Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Lori Brothers bringing you more yoga today. I'm happy to be here. I am looking forward to a great session together. And if you're on, you can give me a thumbs up so I know we have some people out there. And either way, whether you're catching this live now or on a replay, we're here today to get strong. So, our yoga practice strengthens us internally and externally in the body, in the mind, and the emotions. So, we're going to get strong today with what we are doing and bringing the physical body, the weight of the body, the way that we work muscles, the way that we bring blood flow into the body to get into places that can feel tight or constricted, brings us a new um, openness as well. So, strength is also in our vulnerability, and we want to remember those are two ends of strength, and we are creating that whole concept in a very balanced yoga practice. All right. So we get started today with making sure that you have your chair handy for the inversion at the end, supported shoulder stand, unless you are using another prop or the wall. So have your chair ready, have any other propping you might need as we get going today. If you like to sit on a cushion to help support you, if you have tight hamstrings, it will help you to work into those hamstrings and create integrity in the spine. So grab what you need and let's get going. All right, I'm going to meet you on the mat. So come to your mat. We're going to come standing first. Do a little bit of work just to warm up the joints before we come to sitting. So as you're standing on your mat, we're going to start with some empty coat sleeves. Now, once again, just bringing blood flow and telling the body that you're going to relax, that you're shaking off anything that you might be holding on to, any tension, beginning to soften it with movement. Take your head, look behind you, get the neck and spine into a nice little moving twist, and breathe with it. Good. And then come back to the center. So today we're going to do a little bit of what I call monkey picking fruit. And monkey picking fruit is just to warm up the joints and create those good patterns of moving through the whole side of the body and the other side. So your feet are a little about hip width apart. We're going to take the right hand, reach it up, stretch, pick fruit, and then we put it in the basket. So you're going to bend all the way down, touch the floor. Inhale, reach up, exhale, down. Inhale, pick your fruit. Exhale, put it in the basket. One more. Inhale, and then exhale. Great. Now back to the other side. Left arm up, and exhale, put your fruit in the basket. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more. Breathe in, stretch it up, and then out. Now we're going to pick fruit to either side. So right hand, inhale, reach, exhale, put it in the basket. Inhale, reach on the left, exhale, basket. Right hand, reach, and good. Inhale and exhale. Good. So just that little bit of movement for bending and squatting and warming up the body. Great. So now we're going to melt down onto the floor and use your prop to sit on if you're learning to sit comfortably on the floor. Either way, you are now sitting with the legs crossed or one leg out. Find a place to feel comfortable. Lift the heart. We're working into a sitting position for setting intentions. Okay, so however you feel comfortable, try to stay tall in the spine, which is a pattern that you create of lift. Good. Fingers, tips touching or palms up or down on the legs, whatever you prefer. And eyes closed or gently looking down. And let's start with 3 cleansing breaths here. So just take yourself out of the normal activity of your day. Breathe in, now out through the mouth. Breathe in, let it out. One more inhale, let it out. Now start to breathe in and out through the nose. And feel how refreshing it is to breathe the long breaths in and cycle them back out. And as you breathe those long, slow, deep breaths, flowing them in and letting them stream back out, set your intentions. What are you here to meet yourself for? Wellness, balance, strength, health, flexibility, peace, calm, and whatever other qualities that you know you create when you take the time to make personal space and self-care. And as you sit with that intention, plant the seeds of the intention into your heart and mind so that your feelings and your thoughts bring those into bloom in your life. We hold them in the heart and in the mind. And then gently open your eyes. Good. And so here we are sitting on our mat. We are beginning today. If you could sit with legs crossed Indian style, if you need to, you could take one leg out if that's a better fit for you. If you're sitting on a prop, you might be able to make sure that you're supported to sit. And we're going to do a side stretch now with the right hand coming to the right side of the floor here next to the hip. And you're going to take the left arm up and reach. Stretch it out. Stretch it. Now, if your legs are crossed, drop that left knee down toward the floor a bit. So try to get length. And release. Left hand to the left floor, left side next to your hip. Take that right arm up and across. Now, once again, if you need that right leg out, you can go that route to get length here, or keeping that leg crossed in the stretch. Drop that right leg down toward the floor and back to the center. Good. So we kind of did a little warm-up side stretch. We're going to take it deeper. So this time you're going to take your right forearm on the floor and reach across. Try to keep that left knee dropped if your legs are crossed. You can have that opposite leg extended out if that works a little better to feel anchored. Breathe. Now rotate the ribs up toward the ceiling a bit and get that stretch in the torso. And always breathing here with it. Good. Now back to the center. Did you feel that nice stretch into the waist, into the hip? Let's do the other side. Left forearm onto the floor. Reach across. Drop that right knee down if you can. You're just kind of making that intention to lower that knee toward the floor because it can tend to rise up if you have tighter hip girdle. Rotate the ribs up toward the ceiling a bit. Breathe. And then back up to standing or sitting. Sorry. Now we're going to go one different variation on this. So now you're going to take legs out and walk your heels away from you as much as you can. So if you can go wider, you're going to go wider. Find your edge. And we're going to take that right palm up on the right leg and the left arm across and rotate. So you're rotating to the left a bit and then slide down. Now, a little or a lot, you're just finding your edge. And if that shoulder says no, keep the left arm down and just work with the right arm across that leg. So it's just a different variation of getting a little more length. Once again, rotate the ribs up, breathe, and release. Nice breath in the middle. And then we're going to go into the other side. So the arms come up, rotate, then bring that arm down onto the left leg. Right arm's up in the air or at your side if that's better. And you're once again sliding down that left leg now. Rotate the ribs up and just get a little bit of stretch here in the hamstrings this time as well as in the sides of the body. Good. Back to the center. Ooh, lengthening and opening. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. Drop those knees toward the floor. And if your knees are up, just know that in time, gravity makes them drop as you create more openness in the hips. So just hold on to those ankles or the feet. And we're going to sit tall and take your collarbone out over the feet and ankles. So you're finding your forward bend. You can rest your elbows in your calves or onto the knees. And we're just bringing a little more opening into the inner hamstrings, the groin. And then release that back out and straighten those legs straight out. Shake out the legs. Good. Okay, pull the toes towards you. You can lean back onto your hands and point the toes. Flex, point, flex, and point. Good. And then shake out the legs again. So we just wanted that overall squeeze and soak to get the legs warmed up. Great. So now we're going to come into I wanted to do this next. Before we go into some of our other table pose work, we're going to do our half circle pose. So for half circle, you're going to bring that right knee to bend. It's going to look like this. Right foot to the inner left leg. The left leg stays straight. Okay? And I'm going to turn this way so that you can see what I'm doing. I want you to be able to see the half circle. Good. So now we're going to first start with the forward bend. Reach up and stretch. Fold forward over that leg and just bring some nice stretch. The leg that's extended, you're just lengthening out over it. Good. Now roll back up and you're going to circle around with the side that's bent. So the knee that's bent, that arm circles around. We're going to bring the hand onto the floor. And then you come up onto that shin and knee. Now, if you're building upper body strength, you may just press down into the arm and lift a little bit and get a nice stretch there. If you can press up taller, you're going to bring your weight into the bent knee, into the shin, take that arm across into the half circle pose. So we're actually creating length again on the side of the body. Breathe. Press the hips forward a bit. Get a nice stretch throughout the body, the torso, and we're building upper body strength. So now when you lower out of it, lower down with control. So you use that shoulder and you use that arm. Okay, let's flow the whole thing one more time. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Feel that stretch in the extended leg. Roll up, circle around. And now bring the hand behind you and you're coming onto the bent leg into a nice stretch. Good. Press the hips forward. If your arm is a concern, your shoulder, you can keep your arm at your side. Just work the upper body here. So you're just finding your edge. When you lower, it's with control. So you're building that upper body strength. Good. Okay, we have to do the other side. So once again, you're going to bend the opposite leg now and work on making a nice forward fold over the straight leg. Inhale up and fold forward. Breathe. And then roll up. We circle around, going the direction that the bent knee is pointing, and bring that hand behind you. Good. And then we come up on the bent knee and shin. And remember, if your edge is just depressed to here, you're getting good work. You're building upper body strength. If you can press all the way up, press the hips forward a bit and get that nice long stretch in the body. This is your half circle pose. Lowering back down with control. So we always want to try to use that upper body strength. We don't want to crash down. One more full round here. Inhale up, fold forward, roll up, circle around, going the direction that your bent knee's pointing. Plant down into that hand and press up. And breathe. Good work. Always fueling this with the breath. And lower back down with control. And release. Nice work. And you can feel you're building heat in the body by getting really into getting strength to call upon the strength that's in you in the upper body, lengthen the sides of the body. Good work. So let's come into the table. So now you're on your hands and knees, and we're working to continue to let that heat create flex in the body. So we're starting with that flexing and rounding here in the spine. Chin and tailbone up. Tuck the chin and tailbone and round. Inhale as you lift. Exhale and round. Good. Flexing, bringing in with the breath. Exhale and round. Good. Now back to a flat back. We're going to sit back towards your heels. We're going to go into swan pose from the child pose. So extend those arms out. And then we come through the arms into the swan. Bring your chest through your arms. Inhale. Exhale as you round back to the child's pose. Inhale. Lengthen out. Exhale and round. Good. Let's do one more. Breathe in. Good. And then exhale. And back to your table. Good. So let's go right into some balancing work here. Right hand out, left leg, lifting the heel up, reach out through the toes, pull that belly in toward the spine. So you always want tight abs, but don't hold the breath. It's about awareness of how we're using all of our capacity to build strength in the body. We're building bone, we're building core. And release back to the table. Take a breath. Nice. Let's do the other side. Reaching the left hand out and the right leg out in two directions. Belly pulled in. Keeping the breath steady. You're becoming nice and strong. Strong in body, strong in your focus. And then release. Good work. Rest for just a moment. Release the wrists if you need to. And then we're going to move into the side plank that we've been working on, also bringing balance and strength. So you're going to line up the right knee and the right hand, stepping that left foot back, open up. So that left foot is your anchor here. If you're newer to this pose, you're going to stay right there, building upper body, building core. As you feel like you have more strength, you're going to lift that left leg up. Good. Now, there's always that other variation of two legs out. So you could do the full side plank. If you are acclimated to that variation, you're welcome to do it. When you lower, Come back to the table. Good. Rest for a moment. And we're going to do a second round. So you can either go back into that or we're going to add crunches to it. So if you want, lying up, the hand and the knee, take your left leg back again and open up. And remember, if that's your edge or if this is your edge, you are really doing great work. Honor yourself. Acknowledge your strength. If you want more work, you're going to bring the left elbow and knee toward each other. So you're actually going to bring that knee together and open. Crunch, open. Good. Crunch and extend. Crunch and open. Crunch, extend. We'll do one more. Crunch, open and hold. Good, and then relax back down. Take a few breaths. We're getting ready to do the other side. So the knee and the hand are lined up. Take the right foot back as you come into your half side plank here on the left. Arm comes up, and you can stay right there, or you can lift that right leg up. So once again, it's just really knowing that wherever you are in your edge, you're strong. You're strong because you're meeting yourself and you're knowing who you are in your edge right now. Powerful work. Good. When you're ready, lower back down. Just taking a moment to get grounded. Remember to breathe. And then we're going to do one more. So take that right foot back again and open up. Stay right there. Go to this edge, or we'll add those crunches if you want to do them. So we're going to bring the right elbow and knee toward each other and extend. Crunch and extend. Remember to breathe with it. Knee to elbow and open. We'll do one more. Extend and hold. And then release. Now rest back towards your heels and just get yourself into a comfortable moment of recovery. So there's strength in knowing when to rest. Good. And then we're going to come into a dangle, which is a forward bend standing. So if you have to come to standing first and fold forward, you could do that. Or if you can come through a squat, you're just going to come onto your feet and then hang over. So if you came from standing, feet can be hip width apart or just a little wider. The wider your feet, the more you're going to be able to withstand a forward bend in your hamstrings if that is something that's a challenge for you. So you can take the feet a little wider if you want, or about hip width apart, whatever feels good for you. Now we're hanging the upper body forward to help create a little space in between the vertebra of the spine. This is a decompression moment. So let the arms hang out of the sockets like ragdoll. Tuck the chin as much as you can, just to let the back of the neck lengthen. And take some nice long breaths here. Now hang the upper body over the right foot. So you're going to turn a bit to the right. Breathe. Back to the center. And then hang over the other foot. So you're hanging to the left. And just feeling that nice length that we're creating. Breathe. Anytime your head is lower than your heart, you can bring the head back to the center. The upper body's hanging forward here. You're signaling your body, all the systems, to relax. This is relaxation for the brain as well. when the head is lower than the heart. Now we're going to come up through the chair pose. So I'm going to turn just to show you. You can hang forward still, but what you're going to do is bend your knees, kind of creating a little shelf for your chest. And then we're going to come up flat back. So your knees are bent, and you're going to come up into a squat like that. Okay? So you're sitting down toward a chair behind you, reaching out with the arms into the chair pose. Good for strengthening the legs. And then press down into your feet and keep lifting all the way up and stretch. And bring palms together in front of the heart. Good. So feel how that is bringing you into your body today. Meeting yourself in these different conversations in the body. Every stretch, every movement with awareness brings a conversation into the body. Notice what it is saying to you right now. What are you feeling? Okay. Let's do some more shoulder shrugs now again. So we're going to inhale, shoulders up, then out through the mouth. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Breathe in. Ha. Let's do one more. Crunch. Release. Good. Drop your chin towards your chest. And then lift the chin up toward the ceiling, wrapping the lower lip around the upper lip. Just breathing into that. And then head back to neutral. And let's make some circles with the nose. So we're just bringing some more fluids into the neck, into the back of the neck. Let's circle back the other way. Good. And then back to the center. Nice. All right, so we are warming, we've been heating, we've been strengthening. We're going to release toxins. So hold on to your axe, interlacing your fingers. Feet are wide. We inhale through the nose. We chop between the legs as we breathe out through the mouth. And a nice forceful exhale. So let's breathe in and then chop. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Inhale. Ha! One more. Inhale. Ha! Nice. All right. Just standing for a moment. We've been warming ourselves up toward doing now our standing work. And we're going to work on our warriors today. So feet are wide. The wider your feet, of course, the more stretch, more opening you're going to get in the hamstrings, the hip girdle, and that is how we create flexibility. So the feet are as wide as comfortable for you. Turn the right foot all the way to the right. Turn the left toes also to the right a bit. So that left foot should be pointing forward or toes a little bit toward the right. Listen to your joints. Tuck the tailbone and arms in a T, and then we're going to bend that right knee. Now, once you get that knee bent and stacked right over the ankle, look out over your right fingertips. Now, reach out in two directions, out through the fingertips, and let that energetic reach. It's creating lines of energy to hold the arms up and relax your shoulders. Pull the abs in a bit. Sit down into the seat bone. So you want that sense of feeling active in the lower body. The arms are lengthening. We're looking out over those fingertips, and we're shooting our arrows to meet our goals. You're shooting at that bullseye of your intention. Those very intentions that you planted as seeds at the beginning of your practice today. Keep those arms up, reach out in two directions. We're building shoulders. We're building arm strength. Nice work. We're building legs. Now we're going to dip the left arm down the left leg and the right arm up. Dancing warrior. Keep a steady breath. Turn that right palm backwards. Slide the left hand down the leg and arch. Breathe. Now come back to your warrior pose. And we're going to bend your left elbow and touch your heart center. And then lift that left elbow up toward the left ear and turn your right hand to look over the right shoulder. Now we're into the archer pose, continuing to really channel your heart's desire toward that bullseye. Breathe. We're building shoulder here. So that elbow should remain lifted up toward the ear. Now lower the arms. Turn to the right. Connect down into the lower body again. Anchor that back heel. Take your arms out or up into proud warrior. Lift the heart. Celebrate the victory of meeting life's challenges with success. Nice long deep breaths here. Notice if the breath is shallow and breathe deeper. Lower the arms, hands on the low back, straighten the front leg and fold forward. Good. We're in our teepee pose. So you can come into flat back, press into that back heel. The legs are straight. You're building strong legs. You can hang deeper if you want, getting length again in the spine. Lift back up to standing. Bend the knee one more time. You're going to keep the right hand on the low back. Left arm comes around to the right leg. And then you're going to look over the right shoulders. You're creating a nice warrior twist. Notice if you're collapsing and reach through the top of the head. So we want length in the spine as you turn. You're doing great balancing work as well as strengthening here. And then unwind back around to the front. Fantastic. Let's do the other side. Turn the feet. Left foot turns all the way. Right foot turns also to the left. Arms in a T. You want to make sure that back arm is the same height as the front arm. And then we're going to bend the left knee. Good. Look out over those fingertips. Pull those abs in. Lift the heart. But now reach out through the fingertips and relax the shoulders. So we're noticing anywhere that we might hold tension where our pose can really express itself even better as we mindfully move through with awareness to where we can let the energy of the pose create the strength in the body. Now dip back. Dancing warrior. Turn the palm backwards and arch. Good. Back to the warrior pose. Now bend your right elbow, touch the heart center, and lift that right elbow up toward the right ear. Turn the left hand, look out over that left thumb. Breathe, shooting your arrows to meet your bullseye, channeling your heart's desires towards your goals. Lower the arms. Turn toward the left. Good. Now we sink back down and we lift up into our proud warrior. Lift the heart, plant into that back heel, celebrate the victory of meeting life's challenges with success. Lower the arms, hands on the low back, straighten the front leg, come flat back. Or you can come a little deeper if you want to hang forward. Make sure that back heel is anchored and breathe. Lift back up to standing. Bend your left knee. The left hand stays on the low back. The right arm comes around to the right leg. And we're looking over the shoulder, the left shoulder. Right hand to left leg, look over the left shoulder. And then unwind. Good. All right, you're back to the center, creating that strength of the warrior into the body. We're building it into the body knowing the knowingness of feeling grounded, strong. Great work. All right. So for balancing today, we're going to work on, we started with monkey picking fruit. This is another variation of what I call monkey flow. So what we're going to do is bring your arms up. If you could bring arms overhead, hold on to a branch. If you need to hold on here at shoulder height, you'll hold on there to your branch. And then what we're going to do is bring your right toes to the floor. As you start becoming more astute and grounded, you'll lift that leg up. So if you can do that, you'll do that. Lifting that knee up, standing on the left foot. And then we kick. We're going to pick fruit with the right foot. Ready? Kick. Good. So if you have to be here, you're going to kick and return. Kick and return. If arms are over your head and your knee is here, kick, come back. Pick your fruit, come back. Pick your fruit, come back. Pick your fruit, come back. And then lower the hands. So you can see what we're doing is challenging finding your center of gravity because you're bringing movement into your balancing pose. Let's try the other side. Arms up or shoulder height, whatever you prefer. Left toes on the floor. And if you want, you can bring the knee up higher. You're standing on the right foot. Kick and pick your fruit. Kick, return. Kick, return. Kick, return. One more. Kick, return, and lower. Okay. So if that's something that's a little challenging for you, then you know you have something new to work on. All right. Work on strengthening, finding your center, strengthening those legs so that you have mastery over balancing while you have movement. Okay. We're going to do one more variation of that. So you're going to bring your arms out or overhead. Stand on the left foot, bring the right toes to the floor. After kicking and picking the fruit, you're going to take it into your opposite hand. So it looks like this. My toes are up. Kick. Bring your hand down and receive it. Kick, receive. Kick, take your fruit. Pick the fruit, take the fruit. Pick the fruit, take the fruit. And lower. I know that that's advancing, but we want to challenge ourselves some days more than others, right? Let's do the other side. Arms up or hold your branch at shoulder height. Bring the left toes to the floor. Now, if you need to just kick and bring your toe back, kick and toe back, that's your edge. Or you can kick, take your opposite hand and grab the fruit. Pick the fruit, grab the fruit. Pick the fruit, grab the fruit, pick, grab, one more, pick, grab, and lower. Okay, I hope you're having fun with that. Okay, we're all monkeys today. So we have an abundance of fruit, and what's more fun than that in any day? Getting all of that fruit in your basket, right? All right, so let's come onto the floor, and we're going to lower and relax the back now. So bring knees to chest. We're going to balance. From balancing, we're coming into grounding the back. Work out any tension by rocking across the back of the body. Good, and then drop your feet to the floor. We're nice and warmed up. We'll do one nice back bend here in the bridge. So remember, if your feet are too far out, you're not going to have enough stance to really make a nice bridge. If your feet are too close together, your knees are going to be over your toes. So find a good place for your feet to feel planted. Press down into the feet, lift the hips up toward the ceiling. Good. Hands can be at your sides, or you could start to walk them under you. Good. Tuck those shoulder blades under if you are bringing the arms under you. Hold a ball between the knees. Breathe. And then with control, lower, rolling the spine back down onto the floor and knees to chest, round the back. Good. And that felt good. Let's do a second round since we're warmed up. Feet planted, press back up. And if you want, you can do arms under you. You could do arms overhead on the floor. Tuck the chin, make sure the neck is lengthened. So you're just finding your edge. Breathe. Lowering. Returning the spine to the floor. And counter stretch, rounding the back, knees to chest. And then rocking up to sitting or rolling to one side and nurturing yourself up. Good. All right, so we're going to do one twist to each side before we go into our restorative. So right foot is going to come up or cross over the straight left leg. Anchor that bent knee with the left hand, reach out with the right, wind up. Then bring your hand to the floor and look over the right shoulder. Long, slow, deep breaths. Massaging the liver and the gallbladder. You breathe. Now that we've really warmed up and made everything pliable, we're purifying the organs here on the right. And then lifting that right hand up, wind all the way around. You're going to go past the middle and look toward the left to unwind the spine. Nice work. Back to the center. Let's switch sides. Bring that left foot up or cross it over. Hold on to the bent knee. Reach out, winding up. Bring that left hand to the floor. Lift the heart. And you're anchoring that bent knee, either holding onto it with the hand or wrapping the arm around. It's just about wherever you feel most flexible and anchored there. But you're looking over the left shoulder as you breathe deep, long, slow, deep breaths. You're massaging the spleen, pancreas, and digestive system. And lifting the hand, wind around. And turn all the way to the right for the counter stretch. Unwind the spine. And back to the center. 2 legs out, shake out the legs. Good. All right, so time to get your chair, if you have a chair, to put your legs up on, or to do legs on the wall if you prefer that variation. So go ahead and set yourself up. All right. So remember, you're sitting next to the chair. If you're already there, you're settling into the support of the chair or the wall. If you're new to this, you're sitting next to the chair and you're going to bring your legs up and rest back onto the floor. Arms are at your sides and just letting the breath now begin to flow. So as this inversion begins to talk to the body, there begins to become a deep knowing at the systems level of your body that it's time to recover. Inversion puts the body into anti-gravity. We begin to recover, repair, restore, and rejuvenate. long breaths, and you'll notice that the breath begins to naturally slow down. And the systems begin to naturally cool down. Continue to settle into the back of the head. Let the neck relax. The shoulder blades and spine are planted into the floor. And you might notice the lower back resting. And any patterns of holding can just begin to soften as those legs are suspended on the chair or heels on the wall if your legs are up at the wall. Continue just resting there with legs on the chair, receiving this conversation deep into all of the systems of the body, the skeletal system recovering from the compression of gravity, the nervous system cooling, the immune system strengthening, the circulatory system in a state of recovery. And the flowing of the breath is drawing in life force and oxygen to fuel and feed every cell in the body. And each exhalation is a natural release of what no longer can serve the body. The cycle of nutrition and the cycle of release, working naturally here as you allow the body to recover. And then as you're ready to release, you can always hold this longer. So if these few moments of restorative work at the end of your practice is feeling really very powerful for you, remain resting, recovering, rejuvenating. Or you can draw knees back into the chest and return to a sitting position. So listen to what your wisdom tells you you need. And if you're moving back up into sitting, just feel the head back at the top of the body and noticing how it feels to be back in the upright position, a little more decompressed, a little calmer, a little more centered and grounded. Feel how using your strength today has brought you deeper into balance and harmony. And then bringing your left palm up and the right palm down on your knees or the legs, receiving the benefits of your work from today and plugging them into your own well-being. The symbol of self-care, receiving the benefits of your work, plugging them into your own well-being. And then bring palms together in front of the heart in prayer pose, honoring now the peace and calm, harmony, strength, and wisdom within you. May the merit of this practice benefit your own well-being and the well-being of those around you. Peace, peace, and only peace. And gently open your eyes. Namaste. And just taking that next breath in as you remember your intentions that you've planted and return back into the flow of your day. Okay. Wonderful to be with you all again today. And I do really wish you all a beautiful heart connection.